Good evening. This is Pamela, and you're listening to Watchman on the Pod. We are on part 2. We're going to pick up where we left off. We left off talking about vitamin C. We're going to jump right into vitamin D. All right. You need vitamin D as well as you need vitamin C. The sun is the best source of vitamin D that God created, but Bill Gates wants to block the sun. Then there are chemtrails falling daily with nanoparticles that buries into your skin, which they are called Morgellons. Also, they have promoted such a great fear of sun cancer, people will lather themselves up with sunblock. The sun cannot even penetrate your skin, feeding you the much needed vitamin D. But they're not stupid. Scientists know the best way for the body to absorb the vitamin D is through the eyes. So they promote sunglasses to block out the UV rays. Many sunglass companies making expensive glasses in order to promote the haves from the have-nots, as well as stating if you wear sunglasses, you will not get wrinkles as fast. So they appeal to the pride of life on all accounts. What other foods can help us with true vitamin D? One in the produce aisle. That's it. One in the produce aisle. They're not tomatoes, not potatoes, nothing like that. This one really surprised me. Vitamin D is what mushrooms have and are the only source of vitamin D in the produce aisle and one of the few non-fortified food sources. What is vitamin D? Vitamin D helps to maintain and build strong bones by helping the body absorb calcium. Vitamin D is available via diet, supplements, and sunlight. The mushrooms, let's see. Recommended daily allowance of vitamin D is 20 mcg. Mushrooms, the white ones, and these are all raw, by the way, have 0.18 mcg, 1%. Mushrooms, white, exposed to UV light, raw. I couldn't believe this. I was actually dumbfounded. They have 23.6 mcg, 118%. So if you just have a regular mushroom, white raw, it's 0.18 mcg, 1%. But if you have the mushroom white exposed to the UV light, exposed to sunlight, it has 23.6 mcg and it's 118%. Mushrooms, brown or criminy raw, 0.08, which is 0%. But if it exposed to UV light, it goes to 25.52%. That's 128%. Portobello mushroom raw, 0.25%. That's only a 0.25 mcg. That's only a 1%. If it's exposed to the UV light, raw is 23.9 mcg. That's 120%.
I have a question for you. So if we get mushrooms and we get them fresh, can we set them
outside in the sunlight?
Before we use them?
Yes.
It'll still absorb?
Yes.
Like a sponge?
Wow. So like with the mushrooms that we're going to be growing, because remember they grow in the dark.
Right, and then you put them
in the sun. Exactly.
So they're like super UV ray sponges.
Yeah, basically when you think about it.
Or
and then
vitamin
that,
D
right.
Sponges, I should say.
Vitamin D, yeah.
So even if we get them store-bought from the store, bring them home, if we went and we set them out in the sunlight before we added them to our salads and stuff like that, we'll actually... I believe
so. We'd have to really dig in to make sure, but I believe so, yes.
Awesome. We're going to try that.
Okay. All right, mushrooms, the only source of vitamin D in the produce aisle. Why vitamin D is so important. Although the majority of Americans consume sufficient amounts of most nutrients, vitamin D is consumed by many individuals in amounts below the estimated average requirement. Guidelines for Americans identified vitamin D as a nutrient of public health concern because low intakes are associated with health concerns. Vitamin D helps build and maintain strong bones by helping the body absorb calcium. Therefore, insufficient levels can lead to rickets in children and osteoporosis in adults. If I'm not sure, but there's a lot of people, especially here in Michigan. My son is low on vitamin D. My daughter is low on vitamin D. I am low on vitamin D. A lot of people who have like the 4 seasons and stuff, are low on vitamin D. People that work indoors and very rarely get to go outdoors, low on vitamin D. The sun is the greatest source for vitamin D. It just really, truly is. Acquiring vitamin D through your eyes. I found this to be extremely fascinating. During the few short months of summer we experience here in New England, we all do our best to get outside, enjoy the beautiful weather, and obtain our vitamin D. With all the research out there showing the benefits of vitamin D on bone health, enhancing the mood, preventing sickness, preventing tooth decay, optimizing hormone levels, and preventing cancer, we could all benefit from getting a little sun on our bodies. However, did you know that getting a little sun in your eyes can actually be just as beneficial? After recently reading an article in an older edition of the popular family wellness magazine, Pathways, I came across a write-up that addressed the importance of light, specifically full-spectrum light on the eyes. Full-spectrum light is defined as light that includes a balance of wavelengths from all colors of the visible spectrum, including ultraviolet and infrared. Although this form of light, aka natural light, is most commonly recognized as benefiting health when it strikes the skin, the same is also true when it strikes the eyes and plays a vital role in body chemistry. According to two researchers, German ophthalmologist Fritz Hollwich, MD, as well as John Ott, honorary D. Science, the array of bodily organs and systems that depend on full spectrum light is astounding. When the eyes are exposed to natural light, the pituitary gland, thyroid, adrenal glands, ovaries, testes, pancreas, liver versus cool white light bulbs, which allow strong yellow light but is deficient in most other wavelengths. I'm sorry, I jumped. I hate it when I do that. Let me go back. When the eyes are exposed to natural light, the pituitary gland, thyroid, adrenal gland, ovaries, testes, pancreas, liver, and kidneys all function better. In fact, when studies were performed using full spectrum fluorescent lights versus cool white light bulbs, which allow strong yellow light but is deficient in most other wavelengths and contains no ultraviolet light or infrared, it was shown that the development of the male sex organs was only 1/5 as great in hamsters under the cool white light as compared to the hamsters under full spectrum light. This is primarily due to the lack of vitamin D, which is naturally made in the body when exposed to sunlight, necessary to synthesize testosterone, a steroid hormone. Also interesting was another hamster study in which those hamsters would, without enough direct sunlight through the eyes, more particularly through the retina of the eye, had sleep disorders. Since the hypothalamus was not stimulated due to the lack of light, the pituitary and pineal glands could not be influenced to make proper body chemicals, and this caused a disruption in the animal's diurnal rhythms affecting proper sleep. These same effects can be seen in people who are always indoors. A third and final study the Pathways article touched upon was involving children. It mentioned that children under full spectrum lights in school had fewer cavities in their newly formed permanent teeth, whereas 10 times as many children under cool white bulbs had new cavities. This study was also confirmed using hamsters and showed that hamsters placed under cool white light bulbs 12 hours per day 15 weeks had 5 times more cavities and 10 times greater tooth loss than hamsters placed under a more natural full spectrum light. This again demonstrates the importance of vitamin D on bone health. What all this great research seems to suggest is that natural, aka full spectrum light, which contains ultraviolet and infrared light, is necessary for increasing and maintaining health, despite the popular belief that these particular light rays are damaging. In fact, in our society today, especially during the heat of the summer, we do everything possible to avoid these rays, whether it's slathering toxic sunscreen on the largest organ of our body, which is our skin, or blocking our eyes with the newest and most effective UV light blocking sunglasses, all in an attempt to avoid what we have been brought up to fear: poor eyesight, eyesight, and blistering sunburns leading to cancer. Unfortunately, by doing these things, we are being counterproductive to our bodies and purposely avoiding a means to good health because of the bad name UV rays is given. In fact, the article mentions that there have never been any research showing the health benefits of blocking UV light to the eyes, yet it is impossible to find sunglasses that don't block this type of ray. In conclusion, the article recommends either getting outside 20 to 60 minutes without wearing sunglasses or functioning under full spectrum lighting indoors rather than cool white lighting. Also, if you are unable to do either, the article further recommends the vitamin D can be acquired through supplementations of distilled cod liver oil, which is high in vitamins A and D. It has all the heavy metals removed, or to check with your naturopathic physician. Of course, getting adjusted regularly can help your body function better and allow all your hormones and body systems to work at 100% to make its own vitamin D when you're exposed to the ideal environment light. And I thought that was very interesting, and that's something that we should know and understand. So, and also remember, you don't have to get cod liver oil, which is really gross. I had taken that one time, and it is just nasty, but I like raw mushrooms. So remember, when you plant and pluck your raw mushrooms, put them in the sun, let the UV lights get a hold of them. I'm thinking about a good hour, if that, and then begin to eat them. Also, for yourself, get out in the sun while you can. Absorb those rays. They're not as deadly as they're trying to say. It's deadly when you're not in the sun. God created it for our benefit. Let's never forget that. Okay. Our bodies also need magnesium as well, and we just do not get enough of it in our bodies these days. If you are in the Western world, more than likely your diet consists of a lot of junk food. Food that has little to zero nutrients but will make you feel full as well as fat and unhealthy. A person can be fat, full, and die of starvation. I am not even kidding. A full stomach and pure junk food with no nutritional value will kill you. What does magnesium do for your body? It's got brain benefits, heart health, muscle function, other benefits, and dietary sources. So, magnesium is the fourth most abundant mineral in your body. It's involved in over 600 cellular reactions from making DNA to helping your muscles contract. Despite its importance, up to 68% of Americans don't meet the recommended daily intake. Low magnesium levels have been linked to many negative health outcomes, including weakness, depression, high blood pressure, and heart disease. This article explains what magnesium does for your body, its health benefits, how to increase your intake, and the consequences of getting too little. Let's dig in. Magnesium plays an important role in relaying signals between your brain and body. It acts as the gatekeeper for the N-methyl D-aspartate NMDA receptors, which are found on your nerve cells and aid brain development, memory, and learning. In healthy adults, magnesium sits inside the NMDA receptors, preventing them from being triggered by weak signals that may stimulate your nerve cells unnecessarily. When your magnesium levels are low, fewer NMDA receptors are blocked. This means that they are prone to being stimulated more often than necessary. This kind of overstimulation can kill nerve cells and may cause brain damage. Magnesium acts as the gatekeeper for NMDA receptors, which are involved in healthy brain development, memory, and learning. It prevents nerve cells from being overstimulated, which can kill them and may cause brain damage. That's just a little summary over that. Maintains a healthy heartbeat. Magnesium is important for maintaining a healthy heartbeat. It naturally competes with calcium, which is essential for generating heart contractions. When calcium enters your heart muscle cells, it stimulates the muscle fibers to contract. Magnesium counters this effect, helping these cells relax. This movement of calcium and magnesium across your heart cells maintains a healthy heartbeat. When your magnesium levels are low, calcium may overstimulate your heart muscle. One common symptom of this is a rapid or irregular heartbeat, which may be life-threatening. What's more, the sodium-potassium pump, an enzyme that generates electrical impulses, requires magnesium for proper function. Certain electrical impulses can affect your heartbeat. Let's see. There's a check your vitamin level with a micronutrient test. This micronutrient test checks for vitamin B12, DE, magnesium, copper, selenium, and zinc. Get your result in 2 to 5 days from an accredited laboratory with free shipping. That right there is just a little ad that is on the site. And, that's not a bad thing to even think about. Helps regulate muscle contractions. Magnesium also plays a role in regulating muscle contractions. Just like in the heart, magnesium acts as a natural calcium blocker to help muscles relax. In your muscles, calcium binds to proteins such as troponin, C, and myosin. This process changes the shape of these proteins, which generates a contraction. Magnesium competes with calcium for these same binding spots to help relax your muscles. If your body doesn't have enough magnesium to compete with calcium, your muscles may contract too much, causing cramps or spasms. For this reason, magnesium is commonly recommended to treat muscle cramp. However, studies show mixed results regarding magnesium's ability to relieve cramps, some even finding no benefit at all. Health benefits. Diet rich in magnesium has been linked to many other impressive health benefits. May lower blood pressure. High blood pressure is a health concern that affects 1 in 3 Americans. Interestingly, studies have shown that taking magnesium may lower your blood pressure. In one study, people who took 450 milligrams of magnesium daily experienced a fall in the systolic upper and diastolic lower blood pressure values by 20.4 and 8.7 respectively. An analysis of 34 studies found that a median dose of 368 milligrams of magnesium significantly reduced both systolic and diastolic blood pressure values in both healthy adults and those with high blood pressure. However, the impact was significantly higher in people with existing high blood pressure. May reduce the risk of heart disease. Several studies have linked low magnesium levels to a higher risk of heart disease. For instance, one study found that those with the lowest magnesium levels had the highest risk of death, especially due to heart disease. Conversely, increasing your intake may lower this risk. That's because magnesium has strong anti-inflammatory properties, may prevent blood clotting, and can help your blood vessels relax to lower your blood pressure.
Wow.
An analysis of 40 studies with more than 1 million participants found that consuming 100 milligrams more of magnesium each day reduced risk of stroke and heart failure by 7% and 22% respectively. These are 2 major risk factors for heart disease. May improve blood sugar control in type 2 diabetes. People with type 2 diabetes often have low magnesium levels, which may worsen the condition as magnesium helps regulate insulin and move sugar out of the blood and into the cells for storage. For instance, your cells have receptors for insulin, which need magnesium to function properly. If magnesium levels are low, your cells can't use insulin effectively, leaving blood sugar levels high. Increasing magnesium intake may reduce blood sugar in people with type 2 diabetes. An analysis of 8 studies showed that taking a magnesium supplement significantly reduced fasting blood sugar levels in participants with type 2 diabetes. However, the beneficial effects of magnesium on blood sugar control have only been found in short-term studies. Long-term studies are needed before a clear recommendation can be made. It can improve your sleep quality. Poor sleep is a major health problem. Taking magnesium may improve sleep quality by helping your mind and body relax. This relaxation helps you fall asleep faster and may improve your sleep quality. In a study 46 older adults taking a magnesium supplement daily fell asleep faster. They also noticed improved sleep quality and decreased insomnia. Also been shown to bind to gamma aminobutyric GABA receptors. The hormone GABA helps calm down nerve activity, which may otherwise affect sleep. May help combat migraines. Several studies have shown that low magnesium levels may cause migraines. One study found that participants with migraines had significantly lower magnesium levels than healthy adults. Increasing your magnesium intake could be a simple way to combat migraines. In one 12-week study, people with migraines who took a 600 milligram magnesium supplement experienced 42% fewer migraines than before taking the mineral. That said, most of these studies only notice a short-term benefit of taking magnesium for migraines. More long-term studies are needed before making health recommendations. May help reduce symptoms of depression. Low levels of magnesium have also been linked to symptoms of depression. In fact, one study in over 8,800 people found that among adults aged 65 and under, those with the lowest intake of magnesium had a 22% greater risk of this condition. One reason for this is that magnesium helps regulate your brain function and mood. Several studies have shown that supplementing with magnesium may reduce symptoms of depression. Some studies even found it to be as effective as antidepressant drugs. Although the link between magnesium and depression is promising, many experts still believe that more research in this area is needed before giving recommendations. Now, the dietary sources where you can get your daily intake of magnesium. However, this mineral is found in plenty of delicious foods. So let's look. Pumpkin seeds. Excuse me. A quarter cup, 16 grams, is 46% of, that's based on a 400 milligram day allowance. So 46% of that. Spinach boiled, 1 cup, 180 grams, 39%. Swiss chard boiled, 1 cup, 175 grams, 38%. Black beans cooked, 1 cup, 172 grams, 30%. Flax seeds, 1 ounce, 28 grams, 27%. Beet greens, boiled, 1 cup, 144 grams, 24%. Almonds, 1 ounce, 28 grams, 20%. Cashews, 1 ounce, 28 grams, 20%. Dark chocolate, 1 ounce, 28 grams, 20%. No, 16%. Avocado, 1 medium, 200 grams, 15%. Tofu, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 13%. Salmon, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams, 9%. If you cannot meet your daily magnesium needs through foods alone, consider taking a supplement. They are widely available and well tolerated. Supplements that are well absorbed include magnesium glycinate, gluconate, and citrate. Avoid taking magnesium with zinc as it may reduce absorption. It's best to speak to your doctor before taking magnesium since it can interact with common medicines for high blood pressure, antibiotics, and diuretics. The bottom line, magnesium is a mineral involved in hundreds of cellular reactions. It's important for making DNA and replaying signals between your brain and body. It competes with calcium, ensuring your heart and muscles contract and relax properly, and can even improve migraines, depression, blood pressure, blood sugar levels, and sleep quality. Yet, few people meet the recommended daily intake of 400 to 420 milligrams for women and 310 to 320 milligrams for women. To increase your intake, eat foods rich in magnesium such as pumpkin seeds, spinach, cashew nuts, almonds, and dark chocolate. And those are not bad things. I like them. Okay, now Here we go on this. What does transdermal mean? Transdermal is used to describe a method of application where the active ingredient travels through the skin to reach the blood for distribution all over the body. If you're familiar with nicotine patches for smokers, that's actually how it works. You may be wondering how these compounds travel through the skin. The most common route is called the intracellular pathway. This means that the active ingredients pass through the small spaces between the cells of your skin to get to the blood vessels and into the bloodstream. The blood then carries these compounds to where they need to go. So what are the differences between the terms transdermal and topical? Many people confuse both terms, but transdermal and topical routes of administration are very different. With transdermal gels, sprays, and creams deliver active ingredients to the bloodstream. Topical ones are meant to work locally where you apply them only. Topical products are formulated to affect the skin itself without reaching the bloodstream to avoid systematic effect. As for transdermal versus oral administration routes of medicine, they both offer systematic absorption, distribution via the bloodstream to various body tissues and organs. The advantage of adopting the transdermal route over the conventional oral pathway is avoiding the unwanted first pass effect of metabolism in the digestive system. This is why transdermal administration allows for better bioavailability. In a 2010 study published by the European Journal of Nutraceutical research to determine the impact of transdermal magnesium treatment on serum levels and whole body calcium to magnesium CAMG ratios. Researchers found an average increase of 59.5% in the cellular magnesium levels of 89% of participants after 12 weeks of treatment with 31% saturated magnesium chloride solution. To achieve the same results via oral route using the same concentration of active ingredients, you'd have to undergo treatment for a period of 9 to 24 months. Transdermal supplements are typically applied as patches or ointments on the skin to deliver the active ingredient into the blood circulation. They're widely adopted in long-term hormonal therapy, chronic heart disease, as well as for quitting smoking. Transdermal magnesium, facts and questions. By now you may be having a lot of questions regarding the absorption of magnesium through the skin, so let's answer some of the common ones. Does magnesium absorb through the skin? Yes. Magnesium can get absorbed into the body through application of the mineral to the skin in the form of solutions, creams, or oils containing magnesium chloride salt. Does magnesium oil cause dry skin? Magnesium oil is good for overall skin health. However, it can sometimes dry out the skin as it is a natural salt-based solution. Our lotions and body butters are combined with skin-kind ingredients to help boost the skin. The products contain essential magnesium chloride with deeply rich, intensely moisturizing ingredients. Why does magnesium oil sting the skin? There's a couple of reasons why your skin may sting when you apply magnesium oil, but it's important for you to understand that this isn't an allergic reaction simply because magnesium is already naturally found within the body and is crucial to maintain health functions. Your skin stinging or tingling may be the result of low levels of cellular magnesium, the movement of large magnesium molecules as they rapidly absorb across the epidermis, application of too much magnesium oil per area, applying the magnesium oil on very dry or broken skin. Can magnesium cause a skin rash? Taken in correct doses, magnesium doesn't cause any form of skin allergy, including a skin rash. It's also extremely rare for magnesium to cause allergic reactions with an overdose of transdermal supplements since the body actively eliminates excess amounts. Excuse me. Overdosing side effects are mainly related to oral administration that can cause laxative effects. Well, you don't want that. That's not fun. Okay. What can magnesium do for skin? Magnesium offers numerous positive effects on the skin since it's involved in hundreds of biochemical processes within your body. Magnesium skin benefits include the following: enhance skin elasticity and hydration, antioxidant action against harmful free radicals, delaying the appearance of wrinkles and fine lines, soothing effects for redness in skin, promotes a younger and healthier look. Can too much magnesium cause itchy skin? Magnesium may cause an itch because of the absorption dynamics, applying too much product per area, or applying the product directly over broken skin. It's never an allergic reaction. Again, suffering from side effects due to severe overdose of magnesium is extremely rare in individuals with healthy kidneys. Moreover, the most common signs of an overdose are nausea, vomiting, and stomach upset. All are risk of oral administration, not transdermal. Does magnesium help skin? Yes. As we mentioned above, magnesium can help with skin problems such as wrinkles, fine lines, dryness, inflammation, and redness. They make magnesium flakes you could put in your bathtub and soak it. This is another mineral. Like I said, this is what it's all about, is for you to understand these things that God has created is for our health. He created these things in order for us to be healthy. I mean, it helps your bones, it helps your muscles, it helps your heart, it helps depression. He created these for us. And right now, scientists, the government, all these people are trying to remove these things from these products and giving you man-made products that is not good for you. I'm sorry, it's not. The things that God created for us to use, that is what our body needs. It craves. And, like I said, it's not only for a healthy body, but it's also for a healthy mind. And, that way you can be healthy and happy. And I'm not even kidding. So let's keep going. We're going to look at zinc. 20 foods high in zinc. Zinc is very important. You need to include it in your diet. We know that getting enough vitamins in our diet is important, and the same goes for minerals. And one mineral in particular that deserves a spotlight is zinc. Did you know that after iron, zinc is the most abundant mineral in the body, and that it's needed for a ton of important processes like maintaining the health of your immune system and allowing your body to heal? Zinc is going to be found in all of your tissues, and it's required for the metabolism of protein, fats, carbohydrates. It also stabilizes cells and organ structures, helps with thyroid function, is important for vision, blood clotting, wound healing, and immune functions, says nutritionist Jessica Ash, CNC, HHC, FDN-P, and founder of Jessica Ash Wellness. It's also important for cell division. If we're talking about pregnancy or women who are growing a baby, it's very important when cells are rapidly dividing. Why do you need zinc in your diet? The recommended daily amount of zinc is 8 milligrams for adult women, 11 during pregnancy, and 11 milligrams for adult men. So how do you know if you're getting enough zinc in your diet besides getting tested? 2 telltale signs include whether you get sick frequently and and how your fingernails look. Zinc deficiency has been linked to poor immune function. So if you find yourself catching colds more often than usual, consider whether you're eating enough zinc, says Melissa Groves, RDN, LD, and CLT, and founder of Avocado Grove Nutrition. One quick way to determine if you have a deficiency: take a look at your fingernails. If you have white spots, you might want to get your zinc levels tested. Other issues that can come up with zinc deficiency includes slow wound healing and a poor appetite, according to Groves. Ash notes that gut and digestive issues are commonly related to low zinc levels, as are acne, mood issues, hair loss, blood sugar issues, thyroid problems, and even reproductive issues. Getting enough zinc in your diet through the foods you eat is important because your body uses it frequently and cannot store it. Zinc is not stored in the body, so you have to be getting it regularly from dietary intake, since it is used all the time. What are the best zinc foods? I'd recommend aiming to include shellfish in your diet weekly, as well as other meats throughout the week. If you don't eat meat or any animal products, you can still get some zinc from your food, but you may need to consider a supplement. If you're a vegetarian diet, focus on nuts and seeds, and you might want to consider a zinc supplement if you're not getting enough. Now, oysters have 66.81 milligrams of zinc. I personally do not like oysters. If you do, well, that's good. Let me keep going. Alaskan king crab, I do like. That has 6.48 milligrams of zinc. I'm going down here. With just 3 ounces of Alaskan king crab, you'll be well on your way to getting your daily dose of zinc. Yum. Grass-fed ground beef, 5.14 milligrams of zinc. Ground beef is a great source of zinc with just a 4-ounce serving, clocking in at over half of your daily need for zinc. Beef is also rich in protein and B vitamin, a great option to have in your diet a few times a week. Beef liver, not a fan. 4.5 milligrams. If you can stomach the taste, beef liver is a great source of zinc. You can get over half of the daily recommended value of zinc in a 3-ounce serving. If liver and onions are not your cup of tea, try adding chopped liver into your ground beef patties. I just don't think I could. Lobster, 3 milligrams of zinc. Looking for a reason to splurge on that lobster at dinner? Here's one. A 3-ounce serving of lobster has 3 milligrams of zinc, nearly 40% of your daily allowance. Oatmeal, 2.95 milligrams of zinc. Now, I like oatmeal. I do like oatmeal. If you love a warm bowl of oats in the morning, good news. Your daily serving of oats can get you nearly 3 milligrams of zinc, which clocks in at almost 40% of your daily allowance. Pumpkin seeds, 2.92 milligrams of zinc. I like pumpkin seeds, but you got to really watch that sodium when they put on the pumpkin seeds because that could be like astronomically high. Pumpkin seeds aren't just for fall. They make a great snack, salad topping, or addition to your trail mix. Any time of the year, plus just 1 ounce of pumpkin seeds. Whoops. Let me go back up here. Get you almost 40% of your daily allowance. Wow. Pork loin, 2 milligrams of zinc. Let's go on down here. Pork loin is a popular and tasty protein option for dinner. And did you know that a 4-ounce serving has 2 milligrams towards your daily allowance? Cashews, 1.5 milligrams. A handful of cashews is a tasty snack full of satisfying healthy fat. I love cashews. But did you know that cashews are also a good source of zinc? In fact, a 1-ounce serving will get you nearly 20% of your recommended daily allowance. Chickpeas. I love chickpeas. Chickpeas are arguably one of the most versatile foods. From hummus, yes, that's chickpeas. I love hummus and I can make it fresh. To chickpea pasta and so much more. And I have got actually chickpea flour I have got to experiment with. They are the stars of many plant-based eaters and vegans or vegetarians alike. With 1.53 milligrams of zinc per each 100-gram serving, it's a smart choice for making sure your daily zinc needs are met. Chicken thighs, 139 milligrams of zinc. Chicken, specifically the dark meat, like the thighs and legs, is a great option for making sure you get enough zinc in your diet. Plain whole milk yogurt, 1.34 of zinc. Not only is yogurt a good source of protein and calcium, but it contains a decent amount of zinc. An 8-ounce serving contains 1.34 milligrams of zinc. Not bad for your go-to snack or breakfast. Peas, 1.19 milligrams of zinc. Peas may not have been your favorite vegetable growing up, but chances are you feel differently about them. And if you do, good news. 100-gram serving of peas contain more than 1 milligram of zinc. Reduced fat milk, 1.17 milligrams. Whether you enjoy it on cereal or in smoothies or straight from the glass, milk is one way to pack in a lot of nutrients like calcium and vitamin D, and milk contains zinc. Swiss cheese, 0.95 milligrams of zinc. Who doesn't love cheese? I love cheese. And if you need another reason to grab a slice, then good news, Swiss cheese contains a pretty good amount of zinc, almost 1 milligram per slice, which is not bad when you're working towards a daily goal. Almonds, 0.8 milligrams of zinc. Oh, let's keep going. Let's see. Here's cheddar cheese. Oh, who doesn't like cheddar cheese? I love cheddar cheese. 0.71 milligrams of zinc. Oh, chicken breast, 0.69 milligrams of zinc. Just talking about this almost makes you hungry. It's crazy, isn't it? Kidney beans, 0.46 milligrams of zinc. Flounder, 0.27 milligrams of zinc. All right. Now that we know there's a variety of foods that will help you get more zinc into your diet, there's no excuse for not eating enough of it. State this. It's so important. They're trying to do away with organic foods. You need to understand this. This is so important for the nutritional value, for healthy bodies, to fight off infections, to fight off viruses, to build your immune system, to heal your wounds and stuff. God created these things for us to consume, to be healthy people and even happy people. But they're trying to make everything lab grown, trying to block the sun, trying to criminalize slaughtering your livestock to feed your family, making it a crime. Think about it. You need to understand this. This is so important. These things that I'm reading to you is all needed for your body to fight off viruses and infections if you understand what I'm saying without saying what I need to say. And I know what I'm talking about. Okay. 20 foods rich in selenium. Selenium is very important for your body. Brazil nuts, fish, ham, enriched foods, pork, beef, turkey, chicken, cottage cheese, eggs, brown rice, sunflower seeds, baked beans, mushrooms, oatmeal, spinach, milk and yogurt, lentils, cashews, and bananas. What is selenium? Your body relies on selenium, an important mineral for many of its basic functions, from reproduction to fighting infection. The amount of selenium is different. Different foods depends on the amount of selenium in the soil where the food was grown. You understand what I'm saying, right? In the soil where the food is grown. It doesn't say anything about a lab. I'm sorry, guys. All right, rain, evaporation, pesticides, and pH levels can affect selenium levels in soil. That makes selenium deficiency more common in certain parts of the world, though it's relatively rare in the United States, and it's no longer rare, guys. It's no longer rare. Seriously, I'm not even kidding. Regardless of where you live, certain factors can make it harder for your body to absorb selenium. For example, you may have difficulty absorbing selenium if you are receiving dialysis, are living with HIV, have a gastrointestinal condition such as Crohn's disease. In addition, those with Graves' disease or hypothyroidism need to pay special attention to their selenium intake. It serves a protective role for thyroid. Okay, now, Nikki is snoring like crazy back there. Women who are pregnant or lactating need up to 60 mcg of selenium per day. Keep reading to learn which foods provide the most selenium. Number 1, Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts are the one best source of selenium. Number 2, fish. Yellowfin tuna contains about 92 mcg of selenium per 3 ounces, making an excellent source of selenium. This is followed by sardines, oysters, clams, halibut, shrimp, salmon, and crab, which contain amounts between 40 and 65. Third is ham. Fourth is enriched foods, like I said. Some products, including pastas, whole wheat breads, and whole grain cereals, are enriched or fortified with selenium and other minerals, but they're trying to get that out of your diet by saying gluten's bad. Seriously, guys, I'm not kidding. Let's see, pork. The 3 ounces of lean pork contain 33 mcg of selenium. Number 6 is beef. And they're trying to grow that in the lab for you. Turkey, you can get 31 mcg of selenium from 3 ounces of boneless turkey. Chicken, cottage cheese. 1 cup of cottage cheese provides about 20 mcg or 30% of your daily recommended intake of selenium. Eggs, 1 hard-boiled egg provides 20 mcg of selenium. Don't like hard-boiled eggs? No worries. Go for eggs cooked any way you like, and you'll get a dose of selenium. Brown rice, 1 cup of long grain brown rice will provide you with 19 mcg of selenium or 27% of the recommended daily amount. Sunflower seeds, 1/4 cup of sunflower seeds provides almost 19 mcg of selenium. It's a great snack. Baked beans, enjoy a cup of baked beans and you'll get about 13 mcg of selenium. Mushrooms are fungi that contain many nutrients, including vitamin D, like I went over, iron, and about 12 mcg of selenium in a 100-gram serving. Oatmeal, 1 cup of regular oatmeal cooked will give you 13 mcg. Spinach, cooked from frozen, will provide you with 11 mcg. Milk and yogurt each contain about 8 mcg of selenium per cup, or 11% of your needs for the day. Lentils, 1 cup. I love lentils, by the way. I never knew I liked them until I went to Istanbul, Turkey last year. I love them. 1 cup of cooked lentils provides about 6 mcg of selenium, plus a healthy dose of protein and fiber. Cashews, dry cashews offers 3 mcg per ounce. This may not seem like much, but every bit helps. Bananas, 1 cup of chopped bananas offers 2 mcg of selenium, and that's a 3% of your daily recommended intake. Now, next one is copper. Copper is much needed also in your daily nutritional factors. Let's see. Copper is a mineral that your body requires in small quantities to maintain good health. It uses copper to form red blood cells, bone, connective tissue, and some important enzymes. Copper is also involved in the processing cholesterols, the proper functioning of your immune system, and the growth and development of babies in the womb. Though it's only needed in tiny amounts, it's an essential mineral, meaning that you must obtain it from your diet because your body cannot produce it on its own. It's recommended that adults get 900 mcg of copper per day. However, if you're breastfeeding, you should get slightly more, 1 mg or 1.3 mg per day, respectively. Here are 8 foods high in copper. Liver. Yuck. But if you like it, there you go. Oysters. Yuck. But if you like them, there you go. Spirulina. Spirulina is a powdered food supplement made of cyanobacteria or blue-green algae. I had seen that today. It was like a super green food or whatever. I thought, nah, I ain't going to get that either. Shiitake mushrooms are a type of edible mushroom native to East Asia. They have a strong umami flavor. 4 dried shiitake mushrooms, 15 grams, offer 44 calories, 2 grams of fiber, and a host of nutrients, including selenium, magnesium, or manganese, zinc, folate, vitamins B1, B5, B6, and D. This portion also knocks out an impressive 89% of the RDI, recommended daily allowance or intake for copper. Nuts and seeds. Nuts and seeds are tiny powerhouses of nutrition. They're high in fiber, protein, and healthy fats, as well as a wide range of other nutrients. Although different nuts and seeds contain different nutrients, many hold substantial amounts of copper. Lobster. Lobsters are large, muscular, shellfish which live on the seabed. I do like mush. I like it, but it's not like I'm not a great big fan. I could eat it if I go to a restaurant, but to personally buy one and cook, I have not. Well, I think I did once, but I'm just not into it. All right, leafy greens. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are extremely healthy, boasting nutrients like fiber, vitamin K, calcium, magnesium, folate, and in a minimal number of calories. Many leafy greens contain sizable amounts of copper. Dark chocolate, real chocolate, not no fake chocolate. You want real chocolate. Dark chocolate contains higher amounts of cocoa solids as well as less milk and sugar than regular chocolate. Dark chocolate boosts antioxidants, fiber, and several nutrients. I have been I haven't really been eating it, but I've been buying it a lot. And it's just, kind of like storing it away for, I guess, a rainy day or whatever. But cocoa, real 100% organic cocoa powder and cocoa chips and stuff. It's all dark chocolate, obviously. And that is high. The same bar, let's see. For example, a 3.5 ounce 100 gram bar of dark chocolate with 70 to 85% cocoa solids provides 11 grams of fiber, 98% of the recommended daily intake for manganese, and 67% of the RDI for iron. The same bar also packs a massive 200% of the RDI for copper. There's your excuse, ladies. Go get some dark chocolate. Bottom line, copper is vital to your health. Is found in a wide range of foods, from meats to vegetables. Particularly good sources include oysters, like I had said, nuts, seeds, should take mushrooms, lobster, liver, leafy greens, and dark chocolate. To avoid a deficiency, be sure to include a variety of these sources in your diet. Very important. Vitamin B12. I think I'm almost done, so we might actually get this through with 2 parts. Top 12 foods that are high in vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 is an essential nutrient that your body can't make on its own, so you need to get it from diet or supplements. Vegetarians, pregnant or breastfeeding women, and others at risk of deficiency may want to track their diets closely to make sure they are getting enough. All right, what is vitamin B12? Water-soluble vitamin has many essential functions in your body. It's necessary for keeping your nerves healthy and supporting the production of DNA and red blood cells, as well as maintaining normal brain function. The reference daily intake is about 2.4 mcg, but slightly higher for pregnant or breastfeeding women. Vitamin B12 is absorbed in the stomach with the help of a protein called intrinsic factor. This substance binds to the vitamin B12 molecule and facilitates its absorption into blood and cells. Your body stores excess vitamin B12 in the liver, so if you consume more than the RDI, your body will save it for future use. You may develop a vitamin B12 deficiency if your body does not produce enough intrinsic factor, or if you don't eat enough vitamin B12 rich foods. Vitamin B12 is mainly found in animal products, especially meat and dairy products. Luckily for those on vegan diets, fortified foods can be good sources of this vitamin too. Here are 12 healthy foods that are very high in vitamin B12. Animal liver and kidneys. Yuck. Organ meats are some of the most nutritious foods out there. Liver and kidneys, especially from lamb, are rich in vitamin B12. Wow, that's good, but if I had to, I would, but I really don't want to. So I'm going to find it other ways. Clams. Clams are small, chewy shellfish that are packed with nutrients. This mollusk is a lean source of protein and contains very high concentrations of vitamin B12. You can get more than 7,000% of the DV in just 20 small clams. Wow. Sardines. Sardines are small, soft-boned saltwater fish. They're usually sold canned in water, oil, sauces, though you can also buy them fresh. Sardines are super nutritious because they contain virtually every single nutrient in good amounts. Wow, isn't that crazy? I do not like sardines either. All right, beef. I love beef. It's an excellent source of vitamin B12. One grilled flank iron steak, about 190 grams, provides 467% of the daily value for vitamin B12. So we're good on that. Fortified cereal. The source of vitamin B12 may work well for vegetarians and vegans as it's synthetically made and not derived from animal sources. Well, we don't want no synthetically made vitamin B12, do we? Although not commonly recommended as part of a healthy diet, fortified cereals can be a good source of B vitamins, especially B12. Food fortification is the process of adding nutrients that are not originally in the food. You know what, myself personally, I would say nay on that. I don't think that's a very good way of getting it. I really seriously don't. Go the natural way, the way God intended. Tuna is a commonly consumed fish and great source of nutrients, including proteins, vitamins, and minerals. Tuna contains high concentrations of vitamin B12, especially in the muscles right beneath the skin, which are known as dark muscles. Fortified nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast is a good vegan source of proteins, vitamins, and minerals. It's a species of yeast especially grown to be used as food, not as a leavening agent in beer and bread and beer. Vitamin B12 is not naturally present in nutritional yeast. However, it's commonly fortified, making it a great source of vitamin B12. Again, like I said, I would go for the natural ones that God created and not what man has added. Trout. Rainbow trout is considered to be one of the healthiest fish. This freshwater species is a great source of protein, healthy fats, and B vitamins. Salmon. I love salmon. Salmon is well known for having one of the highest concentrations of omega-3 fatty acids. However, it's also an excellent source of B vitamins. Fortified non-dairy milk. Non-dairy milk is popular among those who want a nutritious vegan replacement for dairy milk. While soy, almond, and rice milks are not naturally high in vitamin B12, they are usually fortified, making them an excellent source of this vitamin. So they add it too. I would say nay on that. Milk and dairy products. Milk and dairy products like yogurt and cheese are great sources of protein and several vitamins and minerals, including vitamin B12. 1 cup, 240 milliliters of whole milk supplies 46% of the daily value for vitamin B12. You want to go with what God created, not man has made. Eggs. Eggs are a great source of complete proteins and B vitamins, especially B2 and B12. 2 large eggs, 100 grams, supply about 46% of your daily value for the vitamin B12. Should you take vitamin B12 supplements? If you have to, and you cannot eat these foods for some reason, then you can. But as I said, I'm really pushing natural organic products, not because I have any stake in it, except for your well-being. That's all that I care about. I care about your immune system. I care about the fact that so many are flocking to these scientists and taking shots that have not been tested at all, that's got abominations in them, and thinking that's going to make them all better, and it's not. It's going to make them worse, and the thing is, it's going to make those around them worse too because of the shedding. It happens. It's real. I'm not going to apologize for telling you the truth. All right, 20 foods that are high in vitamin E. And she is snoring like absolutely insane. I thought we could finish this, but let me see how long this one is. I don't even know. So let's see. I am not exactly sure if we are even, what is going on here? Let me see. Okay, yes, we're still going. It looked like it had stopped at 9. So we're almost at an hour. Hopefully we can get through this. I can't say we will. I'm not going to doubt that we won't, so I don't know. We're going to talk about vitamin E, 20 foods that are high in vitamin E. We also include products we think are useful for our readers. If you buy through links on this page, we may earn a small commission. That's not me. That is just the website that has said that. Vitamin E is a group of powerful antioxidants that protect your cells from oxidative stress. Adequate vitamin E levels are essential for the body to function normally. If you don't get enough, you may become more prone to infections, experience impaired eyesight, or suffer from muscle weakness. Fortunately, vitamin E is widespread in foods. As a result, you are unlikely to become deficient unless your nutrient absorption is impaired. Nevertheless, everyone should try to eat plenty of whole foods rich in vitamin E. These foods are wheat germ oil, 135 daily value per serving, 1 tablespoon. This is 20 milligrams, 135%. 100 grams, 149 mg is 996 daily value. Wow. Sunflower seeds, 66% daily value per serving. Almonds, 48% daily value per serving. Hazelnut oil, 43% daily value. Mammy Sepot, 39% daily value per serving. Sunflower oil, 37% daily value per serving. Almond oil, 36 daily value per serving. Hazelnuts, 28% daily value per serving. Abalone, 23% daily value per serving. Pine nuts. I looked up pine nuts last night after I was reading this and the research, and it's like, what is a pine nut? I have never even heard of a pine nut. Well, whatever they are, they must be amazing because they are so expensive. It is ridiculous. I'm going to have to figure out what a pine nut is. And if it comes off a pine tree, I do not know, but I'm going to search that out because I want to try them, but I'm not going to pay that price. Anyway, they're 18% daily value per serving. Goose meat, 16% daily value per serving. Peanuts, 16%. Atlantic salmon, 14%. Avocado, 14%. Rainbow trout, 13%. Red sweet pepper, raw, 13%. Brazil nuts, 11%. Mango, 10%. Turnip greens, raw, 10%. Kiwi fruit, 7%. 10 animal products high in vitamin E. Abalone, goose meat, Atlantic salmon, rainbow trout, snails, crayfish, fish roe, octopus. I don't like octopus. I tried that in Rome and it was just absolutely disgusting. I was absolutely horrified to see those tentacles. Lobster, cod, dried, which I found that to be very interesting. Dried. You know, the thing is, was the micronutrient test checks for vitamin B12, D, E, magnesium, copper, selenium, and zinc. And that is that one thing. And I really suggest, I mean, if you're in doubt, figure it out. You know, if you're able to afford a test, see what you're lacking. But you know what? Our body pretty much tells us what's going on with it because God has built it into us. And you know what? If we're not eating these foods and if we're eating prepackaged fast food, you know, food that's high in food coloring and additives and preservatives and stuff, you know what? You do well to throw that crap away. No, seriously, you do. And get out there. You know what? Until your own field. Start planting your own. And while you still can, because soon it's going to be illegal to even do that. Or we're not be, you know, the sun may not even be shining because Bill Gates is going to block it anyway. I really think about these things. All right, 10 seeds and nuts high in vitamin E, sunflower seeds, almonds, hazelnuts, pine nuts, peanuts, Brazil nuts, pistachios. I love pistachios. Pumpkin seeds, pecans, love pecans. Cashews, love them too. All right, and fruit high in vitamin E. Mammy sapat, avocado, mango, kiwi, blackberries, black currants, cranberries dried, pickled, apricots, raspberries. 10 vegetables high in vitamin E. Sweet, red sweet pepper, raw, turnip greens, raw, greens cooked, butternut squash cooked, broccoli cooked, mustard greens cooked, asparagus cooked, Swiss chard raw, collards raw, spinach raw. Now, 10 cooking oils high in vitamin E. Wheat germ oil, hazelnut oil, sunflower oil, almond oil, cottonseed oil, safflower oil, rice bran oil, grapeseed oil, canola oil, palm oil. How can you get enough vitamin E? Vitamin E is found in nearly all foods to some extent. For this reason, most people are not at risk of the deficiency. But see, the thing is, once it switches over to that laboratory and they're growing it that way, it's no longer real food. It has no nutritional value. It does not. It's going to do your body more harm than it will do it good. Iodine. One more thing. Iodine. Iodine is an essential mineral you must get from your diet. Interestingly, your thyroid gland needs it to produce thyroid hormones, which have many important responsibilities in your body. The recommended daily intake of iodine is 150 mcg per day for most adults. For women who are pregnant or nursing, the requirement are higher. In fact, 1/3 of the population is at risk of deficiency, particularly those live in areas that have only a small amount of iodine in the soil, including European countries. Iodine deficiency can lead to swelling of the thyroid gland, known as a goiter or hypothyroidism, which can cause fatigue, muscle weakness, and weight gain. My daughter had this problem. They finally put her on medicines and stuff, and she has lost almost 80 pounds. That's a lot of weight. Article explores 9 iodine-rich food sources. Weed. I would rather say no on that. Kumbu kelp. I don't know what that is. Wakame, nori, and here's one. Cod. I love cod. I can do cod. Not a problem. I love dairy products. Iodized salt. I stay away from that. I like the sea salt or the Himalayan pink salt. I stay away from the iodized salt. I do. Shrimp. I love shrimp. Tuna. Tuna's a good one. Eggs. That's a good one. Prunes. I actually like prunes. Lima beans. I really don't know when was the last time I've eaten a lima bean. I don't know. Bottom line, iodine is an important mineral, though few food sources are rich in it. This is why many people around the world are at risk of developing a deficiency. The foods highest in iodine include seaweed, dairy, tuna, shrimp, and eggs. Additionally, most table salts has been iodized, providing an easy way to add iodine to your meals. 10 signs and symptoms of iodine deficiency. Your thyroid gland uses it to make the thyroid hormones, which help control growth, repair damaged cells, and support a healthy metabolism. Those at the highest risk include pregnant women, people who live in countries where there is very little iodine in the soil. This includes South Asia, Southeast Asia, New Zealand, and European countries. People who don't use iodized salt, people who follow a vegetarian or vegan diet. On the other hand, iodine deficiencies are rare in the United States where there are sufficient levels of minerals in the food supply. There's not anymore. And this is an older article. I did pick the older articles. I will state that because here lately there's so many false articles, things that are, it's propaganda, it's indoctrination, it's pre-programming, it's lies. That's what it is. Bottom lies is it's lies. It's saying, gluten is bad for you. The Atkins diet is good for you and all this other foolishness. And none of that is true, brothers and sisters. I'm not telling you lies. I'm telling you the truth. The things that God created for us to consume is what our bodies need and crave. And as I said earlier, and I mean it with everything inside of me, you can sit there and you can be full and you can be fat and you can be starved to death and die because there's no nutritional value in the foods that they are beginning to sell and have been selling. Fast food, very little nutritional value, very little. And, I had seen actually, and you could test this out yourself, but I have actually seen where people will catch on fire ramen noodles. What the world is that all about? It's like oil or something. I don't even know. It's nastiness. And then you've got what kind of motor oil in what is it called? Mountain Dew, I think it is. And then what, bull pea and Red Bull or something. I mean, it's just foolishness, just ignorance and things like that. And people are consuming this thinking it's A-okay. Everything is all fine and dandy. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. I had just found out the other day. I was looking and I'm not, it's through, all these nutritional reports and stuff like that. I just found that, what? Coffee that we consume, it is not very good for you. And it's not because coffee itself isn't great, but they are tilling in the good coffee beans and they're adding so many chemicals and stuff to the stuff they sell. And I thought, oh my goodness, Lord, well, what am I going to do? So I began to look up coffee plants, and I'm not even kidding, from Africa and Arabia, and I'm going to purchase me some coffee plants. It takes 3 to 4 years in order to really gain a harvest, but you can buy plants that are about ready to harvest. And it's a little expensive, but you know what? I like my coffee, and it's not because it makes me awake, because it doesn't. I mean, there's days that I'll go without coffee, but every once in a while I feel like a good cup of coffee just to drink it and enjoy it, I don't like to drink it on the go. I want to sit, relax, and drink a cup of coffee. And I thought, you know what? $25 for a couple of plants or $30, whatever. Why not? Why not? And then, you could, when people come over to have a cup of coffee, you can feel good about giving them a real cup of coffee and not chemically based coffee. But anyway, one of the deficiencies when it comes to iodine would be unexpected weight gain, fatigue, and weakness. These are things that, hair loss, dry, flaky skin, feeling colder than usual, trouble learning and remembering, problems during pregnancy, irregular periods for women, And like I told you, the sources of iodine, seaweed, cod, yogurt, iodine salt, shrimp, eggs, tuna, dried prunes. If you're able to consume these things, buy these things, grow these things, however, whatever, I suggest you do it. The bottom line is, if you are a believer in Christ, or not even a believer, and you want to live a healthy life without injecting your body with deadly mixtures, and if you want the ability to think properly, have the right amount of energy, and be able to heal quickly and fight off viruses, then I am highly recommending you to go the all-natural, God-created way of living. And if you are not a believer in Christ Jesus, I cannot urge you enough to call upon him today. Because regardless of how well you take care of this body, someday you will die. And you will live forever in one of two places: life eternal in heaven with the Lord Jesus Christ of Nazareth, or everlasting torment in the lake of fire, which was created for Satan and his angels. He has laid before you two paths. One leads to life, which is the narrow way. One leads to death, which is the broad way. Choose you this day which path you will take. One narrow, as I said, and only one can fit on it. There is no side by side. There's nobody walking hand in hand, side by side. It's very narrow. Only you can walk that path. But the other is broad, and many can walk together on it, holding hands. That path leads to hell. I love you all so very much, and we have finished this, and I believe that I have delivered to you what the Lord has placed upon my heart. As I stated before, I am not a nutrition, I am not a dietitian, I am not a doctor, I am not a scholar, I'm not a theologian, I am not even a high school graduate. All I am is a born-again believer in the Lord Jesus Christ of Nazareth. And inside me dwells the precious Holy Spirit, which is this temple of God. And he is showing me that is the temple he resides in, and I am to take the very best care of it as possible because he lives within me. Keep your eyes on Jesus, brothers and sisters. Your nose in the book, which is the Word of God. And embed the Word of God upon the tablets of your hearts, so you will not sin against God or be deceived. Till next time, brothers and sisters, be blessed. I love you all so very much. Bye. Listen to Nikki back there snoring like crazy. Bye-bye.